understand our basic three. There's an outside block and there's a back stance. So our back stance, this is the stance. Usually your foot forms like an L. So the one that kind of bends, one points this way and the other points this way, and they become perpendicular. And your chest faces forward where your back foot is, and then your arm, or whatever technique you're doing, you're looking towards the feet that's pointing the long L. So again, it is an L form. You have most of your weight on this back leg, so that means you can pick up and kick if you want. So that's why it's a back stance. Most of your weight is on that back leg. And just to show you how to land from ready stance, if we do basic three, the slow, notice my foot crosses and lands. And then you can practice by drawing two lines here that are perpendicular. And if you can look at my feet, the heel comes together like an L. And just one more demonstration. Outside block this one. Notice I look that way. My chest is moving that way. Foot, both knees are bent. This one's light on the foot. And again, if I push them together, they make an L.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about back stances. Twee has already explained what a back stance is. I'm just going to try to add on just a little bit if I can. And this is, all of our stances are part of a workout, part of conditioning, part of artistry as well. So, you have people talk about the back stance, and it should be 70% of your weight on your back leg and 30% in your front leg, or 60-40, or whatever it might be. And the answer is that it depends. It's a tool, right? So if you're actually doing something that requires, maybe your leg gets swept, well, now you're 100% on your back leg, right? So it's all adjustable. When we practice our forms and we practice these, you've seen like our videos where we do like the challenges, the horse stance challenge, the crane stance challenge. This is a challenge as well. You can sit here in back stance, and if this is too comfortable, you can go lower. You can put more weight on the back leg. You'll even see there's another variation of the back stance where the front leg, like the heel is up. And so that's quite a bit more weight. You're barely touching this front leg. And it's for that purpose. Like what Twee said, either to offensive kick or to defensive, I don't care if you hit this one, because I'm going to do a hand technique or block or whatever it might be. But if you want to do drills and work out back stance, you can. This is a challenge, just like all the other ones. And you get to being able to do things like pistol squats, one-legged squats, those types of things, which I can't do. But yeah, just to say, back stance, make back stance yours, and make back stance a challenge, just like everything else. Some of the drills that we can do with back stance, hey, let's first learn it, let's get comfortable with it. So we're gonna start in a ready position. We're going to back stance, and we're just gonna alternate. This helps if you have like a mat, if you have a line, because like Twee said, we want to be on that line. So that's one drill that you can do, up and down the mat, up and down the mat, up and down the mat, until you get more comfortable.
So Mike talked about the line drill. So let's say you don't have a lot of space. You don't need a lot of space. If I was in this little small square here, I still can do the back stance. So I can do here, make sure my feet arrive, check everything, put together. Again, look and hit. And try to make all your movements hit at once. Your foot, if it's an outside block, right now we're just doing an outside block because we just learned basic 3. But again, you want to hit all of your feet movements at the same time. See if you can look this way. Here, here, frontward, here. The more comfortable you get to it, see if you can do all direction. And make sure you check your feet if they're lined up. So that's another way you can do it really quick. Back stances are, I consider them pretty hard because a lot of people try to make a hybrid. So some of the things that people do is they, from a front stance, they do something like a hybrid. So their chest is kind of turned this way and it's all awkward. So in order to do that, make sure if you're standing like this, you think about, I'm just going to turn my feet, but my chest is still this way. So as long as your chest is pointing where your knee is pointing frontward, the long leg that's sticking out, that's where your technique and that's where your eyes should be.